First of all, congratulations on such a brilliant performance. I think it certainly deserves an Oscar nod.
Well, that's nice to think of, yes.
What was your first reaction when you read the script?
Well, I was knocked out by it. I loved it. I thought it was very maturely written for someone who's so young. And it was a character that most difficult, most different from any that I'd ever played before. So I really, really wanted to do it.
Is that what captured your interest, the character of Zev?
Yes, and that sort of inner kind of turmoil that he doesn't even notice, strangely enough, was fascinating to play. And so I loved the whole idea. And it was yes immediately.
How did you prepare to get into the role of Zev?
Well, you don't prepare. You just think of it. You think of how to. We call it orchestrating it, where the codas are, where the climaxes are, and where the intermissions are, and where the you don't want to bore the audience because it's a long story, and he's never off the screen. So you have to think of things that might entertain them. Fortunately, he has some joy that he obviously remembers, and the scene with the kid. The little boy in the beginning, that quirks his fancy, and so he shows that he has some humor, and he can enjoy life. And then back he goes into this sort of weird state of memory loss, and pursues his journey.
Did you have a chance to interact with Holocaust survivors?
With Holocaust survivors, no, I have never.
Okay.
Known any.
Okay. And what was it like reuniting with Adam?
Oh, lovely, because I needed Adam. I knew him, and he's a friend, and I trusted him like mad as a director. And I needed his help. Just for being there was confidence building for me, because it's not an easy role.
Right. Adam says this is your career-defining performance. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it's just because he directed the film that he said that.
As a director, what did he bring to the table that really pushed you into the character?
Well, again, as I said, trust. In me, he trusts me, and I trust him. So whatever comes out we can try new things, but there's still a very rigid line to maintain in this character. You can't go all over the shop and do too many fascinating things. You've got to remain very, very humble and very simple throughout, because there's so many surprises on the way which we cannot talk about.
Right.
That befall Zev and in his journey.
Your character wrestles with notions of time, memory, and revenge. So what was your inspiration when tackling these emotions? Well,
memory loss is something that that happens. You can't help that. And you become a victim of it, and you just have to override it. And of course, it happened a great deal. Atom's phrase about playing in the present is absolutely true. Everything has to be in the present. There's no time for nostalgia.
The film raises many issues, including the impact of these historic events on the children of perpetrators and survivors. So what kind of reaction do you anticipate from people?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet with an audience. I understand that the audiences that have seen it are affected by it because of its shocking sort of surprises throughout. But I don't honestly know how to answer that yet, because it hasn't played enough yet for me to form an opinion of how it's affected.
Did you find anything most challenging while playing the role?
The role itself. It's challenging enough.
Okay. What's next?
Sunday I go to Belgium to make a film called The Kaiser's Last Kiss, which I've been trying to get off the ground for 10 years, and now at last we have a marvelous script. And I play the Kaiser, which will be totally different and great fun. And it's a good little story. It's a good adventure spy thriller.
Looking forward to that one. Thank you so much, Mr. Plummer, for chatting with us, and wishing you all the best.
Thanks a lot.